Riverside lanes in Mount Vernon, Washington, here for the title matches of day one of the Jim Kent Classic. Marshall's fantastic dad. And bowlers worthy of that honor here, especially Do-Hoon Kwon. He's the top seed heading into this scratch title match. He's taking on Vance Youngrum. Vance trying to break through and win his first career JBT title. To the right, someone will win their first career title in handicap, as that guy, Lance de Guzman, is taking on that gal, Eleanor Reed. It's only a 3-pin handicap match. Eleanor's got to win by 3 to tie and 4 to win. Do-Hoon just lost the U17 title match by a pin. Well, Vance has won 2 matches to get this far, shooting a big 267 and followed up with the 220, bowling on Badger today. This is the most recent version of Badger, so it's a little shorter and a little bit tougher. The old Badger had 50 some odd feet, and it was just unlimited push. And this one, obviously, there's a ton of push with 48 feet, but a little bit extra back end, so you couldn't just do the miss as far left as you wanted and have the ball fall back. So we got to make a really good shot and make sure you catch it just right on a long and relatively flat, challenging condition. Only 4 bowlers were plus today after their 5 games, led by the U17 champ, Dave Guzman, Renz de Guzman. World Series fight. Here we go. As Youngren continues to be pretty locked in on this pair. It's open in the first frame. It gets a double here to catch right back up. That U17 guy was this guy over here who I panicked into thinking there was 5 additional games of bowling. I fib. This Vance is looking up at the TV watching the Game 7 mini fight that we had going on over there. Great turnout as always. Thanks to the whole crew here at Riverside for being gracious hosts as always, as the open play comes in on a Saturday night, as it often does. Reed has won 2 games to get this far herself over her friend Sammy Stevens in round 2, and then by 1 pin over Ellie Lennox in round 1. So really, the win over Sammy was by 3 pins. So very close results, even though the scores weren't very high. This is Vance box because he's watching the fight. More of a tiff than a fight. Eleanor freely admits she's tired right now. There's a war of attrition between her and Sam. Right now it's Vance for the lead. And on those high hits, when those lanes are falling back like that a little bit, you get those hits to trip a little bit more than they would on a shorter pattern when the ball's coming in at a steeper angle. He trips up everything and gets himself a 10-pin lead. Kwon never led this tournament, as he's so used to leading tournaments, but he's always been right around that top area. That's a ball change. A little smoother through the fronts there. As the pattern, of course, starts to deteriorate a little bit after this much bowling. Started at noon, they bowled 5 games. 40% bowled 2 more than a step ladder, so they're as much as game number 10 at this point. Lance was the runaway top seed, and that's his first open of this title match, and he's the one getting the pin, so he's in as good a shape in this match so far as he has been all day long. Just 12 years old, he says he does just a ton of practicing. Fairly recent switch to 2-handed, and sometimes this can be the result of that. As Kwon just nicked that 4-pin. That's come behind his shot. Do-Hoon has done so much winning in so many different levels and variations, be it Junior Gold, SYC, our tour, other local tours. He has been not good, but great at every age and skill level. Had one of the very few 300 games on our tour this whole season back in Portland in October. Blustery, rainy November 1st up here about an hour south of Canada. Falls off that one though. He's lucky to only leave the 4-7. Rita has been showing a wonderful attitude. It's like, well, the worst I can do is finish third. Last game now, the worst I can do is finish second this game. But I mean, you never know when these matches turn so fast, especially in handicap. If you can just find a little bit better look towards the pocket here. She had a great 7th game in order to get into the step ladder. And there she covers up that spare.
Second spare.
That's insane. Oh, look out! Almost whiffs that 4-7. Just it's that 4-2 to the 7. Youngren who's obviously into the baseball. I think I saw a Brewers thing on his backpack. I'll ask him about that if I get him on. He's a baseball fan. It's game 7. The only, and I mean only, good thing about the Mariners not getting here is I don't think I would be able to run the tournament during Game 7. I don't think most of our bowlers and parents would be able to watch the tournament. Of course, the Mariners would have won in 4 if they had gotten into the series. Vance using that long pattern to his advantage. It almost looks like a practice ball. His ball speed's super slow. He's just trying to dump it in that extreme length and get just enough ball speed where he can play that sort of fallback that we talked about. Let the let that 7 or 8 feet of friction on the back of the pattern just get the ball to not hook a lot, but just face up into the pocket. Obviously, he's been doing it brilliantly this entire step ladder with open 4-bagger to open up an early 20-pin lead against Dohun. Looking to make it 30. That's a little further right. And again, gets the high hit to trip the left-hand lane. He doesn't want to be further right than that because he doesn't want the ball to check up soon. Just like that. That's, lower average, more side roll version of what Vance is trying to avoid. Still in good shape here. Let's see if he's smart enough to get the 2 pins. Well, good form at the corner pin, but gets the chap out of one. He's got 88 through 6. That's a theoretical 10-pin lead plus the 3 that he's getting. So, boy, not sticking with that shinier ball. Generally, you don't do that on this, but again, they're so late in the tournament that the pattern gets so chopped up. He's trying to get something cleaner through the fronts, but it also looks a little more snappy on the back. And I don't think you want that. Mark Baker's always telling Gage to on patterns like this, put the ball in front of him. That's exactly what Vance is doing right now. And see if Quan can do something that mimics that also works for his game. Yeah, in fact, I like this ball better. It's a bigger ball, so it's gonna spin up a little bit quicker, but I think it's going to react a little less down lane. As de Guzman unable to cover up that spare. And a little opportunity here for Reed in the middle frames. This is the 7th frame already in all cases. Yeah, it's to the casual bowler, you don't notice the difference in ball motion there, but that was a big difference in ball motion and much better. But we'll see if lane 2 is just not having that. I'll be really interested to see what Quan does next time he's up. Elmer gets 6 off that spare, so does drop some count back the other way and has that challenging cluster to shoot at. Won't be anything no one can do about it unless Vance stops striking. He is just loving the spare right now. Whoa. But the string does end with a ball he cut short there. String ends at 5. And we got ourselves a game over there. Oh, and Eleanor just chops off that spare. So she's got 83 through 7. She trails by 14. 3 more that she's giving. Vance will switch to a very low surface friction ball. Skate, small little covers up that right side corner with no trouble. Right back here tomorrow for day 2, just like a normal JBT. There's daily money, but then the Jim Kent bonus for the combined best stretch and no. Eleanor almost got the strike and just leave for 5.
Nice, I'll take it.
See if Vance keeps that ball in front of him like we're talking about. That's much better. No, but it checks up. I like it. The concept was correct. The result was not. Now it's really game on its stretch. Vance's best finish with us has been second place right here at Riverside. Would just love to get that first title here. What do you do in this spare situation? The count is identical at the moment. He's given us a run. Oh! So close to making it, but instead you give away 2 more pins again. That's one on the bench is now reduced the deficit to 9 pins, and he can tie up this match in striking the 8. Let's see, he holds the ball in front. So much, yeah, he's sticking with the ball. He's used the last couple shots in this one. He must have a totally different read on the pattern. His game's better, and that's dead flush. Great Kyle King always impressed me at how well he knew his equipment and how well to make adjustments that not only fit the pattern as he catches the double, but fit his game to what's going on the lane. That's why he is a 60-some odd time champ. That's why Joe is one of the greats in the current. Reed in trouble now with that double from Lance. He's got to get something going here because he can't get that ball up to the pocket at this point. Yeah, you give Dohun a second chance and he will jump all over that. Gets zeroed in on lane 2, and he's been zeroed in on lane 1, and this match is completely flip-flopped. To the point where Youngren can no longer shut out Dohun. Probably needs to catch a double there somewhere in the lane 10. Just to put any sort of pressure back on. Oh, man! Second gigantic break in this title match. That's more than the other one, because that one sort of keeps him alive. That early triple 4-7 whatever mess was nice. Certainly good. But that one just mandatory. The problem right now is that now his good shots, the last back half of this game has been coming up high. You know, you just, it's a bowler when you're locked in on a pair step ladder scenario, like please just pattern, hold up through the rest of this game. It doesn't look like that's the case. He's going to have to make a small move here to get back in the pocket in the 10th, and leaking it right is not the move. And either insta checks or skids 60 feet. It was the latter in that case, and now must make this to have any chance in the match. Well, for Reed, it's a 118. She's given 3, so match is already over, but all the way up to second place. She's exhausted. Get her a root beer.
This is the most I've ever pulled.
I believe it is. Has to have it. Oh, no, and he wraps it around the tap. Meanwhile, we haven't talked that much about Lance. He dominated this tournament from start to finish. His big brother finished his 4th in C17, and little brother Lance is going to take home the title. Which Dohun will do as well with any sign account in the 10th. Kicks the field goal, why not? Oh, what's that, about 148? Yeah, 148 there. For the brand new JBT champ in the De Guzman household. Stay behind the line for Dohun. He does, barely. But he got lane 2 figured out just in the nick of time. If he hadn't struck in the 8th, let's see, that would have put him at the 210s. If he had not struck in the 8th on lane 2, he would have needed that strike that he just got in the 10th. You know, different scenario, different pressures, all that stuff. That's why he's great. Disappointment for Vance. He bowled so well on that step ladder, but that quest to win just one, just give him one. We'll have to wait at least, about 18 hours more before we give out some more titles. That one went away from it. I think he just made excellent shots on lane 2. I mean, that's not exactly top level analysis, but I rarely do top level analysis, so I think he had to pure it with that ball to 2, and he most certainly did when he needed it the most. 230's an excellent score in this pattern. And he notches yet another win. An important win today is Danny, Chalmers' main adversary for Bully missed the cut today. That's a fine score right there, whatever. It's 228 to 202 is your scratch final. 2 really nice kids. We will do it all over again with some Pick Your Poison action tomorrow. Good night, Eleanor.
Good night.
Oh, there we go.